Hey everybody, Tim Gilbert here. What if I told you there was a Metaverse token play that the company generated over 1.2 billion in aftermarket sales in 2022 so far, in the midst of the worst bear market in 5 years, has branded license IP, a loyal, active, rabid fan base that goes to in-person events such as Comic-Con and D-Con, which is artist convention centers from all over the world, and there are over 4,500 daily active users in this platform without the Metaverse aspect even being launched yet. Would you feel that would be something you'd want to take a look at? If so, in the next couple minutes, I'm going to lay out exactly what this is, and you can take a look. A quick word of caution, any crypto play is extremely speculative. This is not financial advice. This is just a personal opinion on a project that I think has a lot of potential for. What you're looking at now is the VeVe Digital Collectibles web app. There's also an Apple iOS and Android version for your phone or tablet devices. What you see is the top left. It's really a nice layout. You have your collectibles. You have comics. Marvel is the featured brand, and there's Grail comics that are sought after. The first ever MC1 Marvel comic was dropped over a year ago. It's the most rare version's over $8,000. We also go over here to brands. We have Star Wars, Disney, tons of independent artists, 007, movie posters, Star Trek, you name it. With just they just announced Lamborghini, Aston Martin. It's just incredible the IP they have. And so the 1.2 million is from the aftermarket sales where people are buying and selling and trading with each other in the platform. The licensors get, I think, 6 to 8% of the sales. So they are getting perpetual royalties, which makes them a vested partner in this app. This past weekend at DesignerCon in Anaheim, California, they announced the VeVeVerse, which is coming first quarter of 2023. Dan Carruthers, the Chief Operating Officer, is going to go through some of the main features and cool things in it. So take a look at this.
So number one, the VeVeVerse is actually real. Multi-device support, whether that's AR, VR, Mac, PC, iOS, Android, tablets, everything. It's all about making sure that the VeVeVerse is available on all the platforms that everybody wants to use. Game engine agnostic. There are two major game engines in the world, Unity and Unreal Engine. The VeVeVerse can port to both of them. Your VeVe home space, you can cloud stream that from anywhere in the world. So you can share your VeVe home space just by sending someone a link. Our gaming servers on AWS will render it in the absolute highest quality in Unreal Engine, and then it will be streamed live to anyone's browser. So that you won't need to download anything, you don't need a high-spec machine. It means anyone in the world can play it, yeah. There will be levels of access and permission. If you don't want people to enter your VeVe home, you can make it public, you can make it private. The other great thing about the VeVeVerse, like Roblox and Minecraft, there is a scripting language over the top. So if you guys eventually want to create your own games, you want to do something cool, like make something rotate, or if somebody clicks on something, it'll do a cool thing. So it has a whole scripting language over the top. But you will now, in Q1, be able to enter your new VeVe home, which was previously called the... Thanks, Anthony. Previously called the showroom. Q2, we are already working with a number of our IP partners to bring in worlds and showrooms and hubs to show off their content. Q4, gamification. So, for example, we might have worlds that are like a racetrack world, where if you own say for example, a Lambo, which apparently is dropping soon, you can go and race that against your friends. Maybe for pink slips. You lose the car.
One of the brilliant things of the VeVe team is they started out on the apps, the Apple iOS and the Android, and like the COO, Dan Carruthers, says, they have 1 foot in the crypto world and 1 foot in the regular world, or the fiat world. So basically, if you have never used VeVe web app, you go into the app and you buy gems, which is equivalent, one gem is equivalent to $1. And then you pay for the collectibles, buy and sell via gems. The underlying token, which the end users don't even see, is the Omi token. And these tokens will be reburned. I won't get into all the tokenomics. There's tons of videos on that. But bottom line is, the more transactions, the more things, when this VEVEVerse comes out, when land is sold, that's their IP. That's not licensed, branded IP. And the accessories, they're going to be able to burn Omi tokens. So it isn't even touched. The Omi token right now, as of November 20th, 2022, is under a tenth of a penny. So we can compare it to the Ceek token. The Ceek is a different metaverse platform, which is basically trying to get big artists to bring their fan bases in. The fan base for VeVe is already here. The Ceek project is kind of cool. I'll give you a clip of the founder on that.
With any platform, right, that's come, I mean, in the history of technology, without having the creators adopt and create for that platform or for that technology, it doesn't really scale. So
Yeah.
we have to be focused on mass adoption, which is where the metaverse is going to have the biggest utility. So yeah, and that's why we've been empowering creators from the very beginning to be able to engage with their fans in the next iteration of the web.
The VeVe platform, even pre-launch of their metaverse, has an amazing set of creators. There's the Vaultaholics that just through your phone, with limited tools, they create these amazing works of art, which you see here. I've got scrolling as I'm talking. We've also got creators that have created, there's Metaverse Live, who did this VeVe 500, a short little animation using collectibles. The VeVe collectibles can be shot with AR, not just to things in your house. So you can see some really, you can take this branded IP and put it next to your dog, or put it by the beach, or, you know, have it next to you. So it's really amazing, the AR capabilities. Without even the metaverse, there's a huge community of artists and creators making content for this platform right now. In conclusion, a big piece that I didn't even mention is the person in charge of the brand and licensing is none other than Alfred Kahn, who was responsible for Cabbage Patch Dolls, Pokemon, I'm sure you've heard of that, Yu-Gi-Oh! He's got 6 of the 10 most valuable licenses in the last 20 years. So he's in charge of brand and licensing, and he was approached by David Yu, who they had a relationship for 20 years because David Yu was the Pokemon licensor in New Zealand. So these are long-term relationships built that allow them to get these amazing brands. And, you know, I think you never know what's going to happen, but I'm all in on this. Rock on, Tim Gilbert.